Hi! Alright, we're here again. We made it to Thursday, the final day of the Troubadork show for the week. And I will do this thing because, well, why not? This is almost a show where all the songs start with H. Because I can, and because I have them, and because I feel like it. And I want to say howdy to Ashley and Chris and Hilton. Hey, thanks for joining me. We're going to go all over the darn place. We're going to do some stuff from some places, some stuff from some other places, and we're just going to see how it goes. And we'll see what happens. Making sure it's tuned because I like you folks. You know, I can never really tell if I should trust the indicator, hello, that says who's watching and who's not. Because honestly, I believe that social media is just confusing, and that's all right. So I did in fact start this off, and I actually started with a song in the middle because I've been having one of those days, you know. If you're anything like me, and if you are anything like me, please get help. When you spend a lot of time being shut in, there are moments when you can have these little behavioral dips where you just kind of feel kind of melancholy and somber. And what I do with that is I figure out how to play you know, the opening lick from Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here. Because it's that kind of feeling. And I have a song that's got that kind of feeling to it that I wrote a while ago, which I will be doing, and it started with an H. And it's okay, well, I need to open with something a little happier, and I found another song, and that started with an H, and so, well, let's follow up that with the melancholy song with a peppier song, is that started with an H, so it's like, well, it's an H show. Until it wasn't for the last song. So let's get this party going here. Take the tuner off. That way it doesn't knock over the word balloons over here. You never try to keep the wild ones home, but mister, don't just sit there and wait. Go out on the town, making all of the rounds. It won't matter if you're your own date. Vacantly occupied, sat on the beach until my body got fried, dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's when I'm speaking Southernese. Honey-do, honey, coming to me again. I seen your fat cat style, 300 pounds, a jive-ass smile, young girls giggling all the while. That's not my cup of chowder. I go for candlelight why couldn't you have taken that non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Bridge. Getting late. Waiter keeps staring at your empty plate. Mater D keeps telling me, sir, she's just not coming. What the hell does Garcon know? We've been through all this before. Honey, honey, come and do me again. Why couldn't you have taken that non-stop train? I'm hungry, and I really want to see you again. Vacantly occupied, sat on the beach until my body got fried, dreaming of your pretty eyes up in South Carolina. I can't pronounce my R's and G's when I'm speaking Southernese. Sunny do, honey, come and do me again. One more time, well now, honey do, honey, come and do me again. Oh, 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 get it right now, honey do, honey, come and do me again. Honey-do. Hey Teppo, hey Led. Led has posted a Harold Rimmer gift to the Facebook stream, and I am impressed by the fact that he managed to pack that in there. And unfortunately, that didn't make it to the little word balloons that we see over here. But, you know, the system's not perfect. So yeah, and Teppo, yes, I will be singing the Helsinki Song, which was in fact inspired by Teppo, my fan, from that side of the globe. Different hemisphere, different continent, same low standards. All right, now the second song is one that I have done, that I wrote, and I'm very happy with it, and I realized that something was missing from my performance of the song. It's been coming along very nicely. It's an upbeat, peppy, happy tune about drunkenness, gambling, and defenestration. And it's sung in an appallingly cheerful German accent. You know what that song is, don't you? I bet you do. I bet you do. It does one. And I have an extra added thing. I have an extra added thing to add to the show. You'll know it when you see it. Buckle up. I was gambling in Helsinki, down upon my luck. Owed a lot to these big Flemish guys. I felt that I was stuck. I thought I was a goner, sure surrounded by my foes. Then I remembered Hasselhoff, and he solved all mine woes. For he wrote the incredibly informative and useful manual defense, which teaches: just grab them by the crotch, and then throw them out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blue. Just grab them by the crotch, and then throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. You see, I told you, I added a visual element. I made my way out of there, and I fled down to the bar. I happily sipped lager, maybe 2 or 15 jars. Sometimes we smashed a Swedish mercenary, spoke ill of my ma. I felt I could not escape this peril quite unscarred. Fortunately, I remembered the teachings of Oscar Hasselhoff, the German master of defense, who, in this very pamphlet right here, taught me just grab them by the crotch and then throw them out the window. Amazing will you get above whatever makes you blow. Just grab them by the crotch and then throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. Makes me happy just thinking about it. For that is in fact the Hasselhoff maneuver. The maneuver by which Oscar Hasselhoff has made his way, his fame here in this world. It is true. It is very true. I had gathered quite a crowd by the great feat I did perform. I ordered me another round, for I had grown quite warm. But when time for the bill came, pleas for credit were all scorned. And though I tried to stand mine ground, mine fate was quite forewarned. For I discovered, much to my glee and joy, that they had hired the legendary Oscar Hasselhoff, German master of defense, as a bouncer for the tavern. I said, "Oh, guten Tag, Herr Hasselhoff!" And he grabbed me by the crotch and he threw me out the window. Well, that was darned effective, I thought, as I was passing through. He grabbed me by the crotch and he threw me out the window. Yes, it seems the fenestration works on well as me as you. Just grab them by the crotch, sing once and throw them out the window. A lovely way to get above whatever makes you blow. Just grab them by the crotch once and throw them out the window. It's amazing what a little flick of wrist and arm can do. Grab them by the crotch and throw them out the window. Available wherever violent books are sold. Ay. Did you notice the part where I forgot the words? The part where I padded until I could scroll around and bring up the notes that had the legendary third verse of the song, which I swore I knew 10 minutes ago and completely out of my head. And I'm also watching... I was slightly distracted because the internets are being dumb at me here. We're having these little flickering things. Sadly and annoyingly, flickering things you see way down here on what's basically this side of the screen relative to you staring out at me. There's an indication of our internet connectivity. And it's being stupid. Hopefully this is all getting through to y'all. If it's not getting through to y'all, then you can always come back for the replay, which will be at the usual places. And I've updated the archive page, the archive screen, to show that, as a matter of fact. Okay. Next song is, in fact, another song that starts with an H. And it is, in fact, a song that was inspired by Teppo, who sent a photograph to social media and entitled it, "It's Snowing in Helsinki." And I looked at that, and I thought that is a Warren Zevon song lyric if ever one existed. And it is. It really is. It's like, well, what? How would he write that song? And so I started to write that song. Now, this one has a bridge that has no words on it. Video stutters, but sound doesn't, thankfully. Hey, nice. We have some qualitative statement as to what's actually going on. Keep in mind, this expense is being spared on this show. All of the stuff that I'm doing here that leaves this house in an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas, is going out through the cheapest way possible, because one day this show might pay for itself, but I doubt it. So let's talk about Snowing in Helsinki. And this is kind of an introspective, kind of a somewhat melancholy song. And it has one of my least favorite chords in the whole wide world, B minor, Actually, no, this is B flat. Yep, that's B flat, because this is B. Because on the tenor ukulele, the finger positioning for the B chord... Oh, the snowing was video? I didn't even play the video! I just saw it. It's like, wow. Yee. But anyway, the F chord is... This shape is the F chord on a regular guitar. And I hate the F chord on a regular guitar. And I thought, I got away from it because the F chord on the ukulele is a two-finger wonder. Which I also make use of. But the only thing that made sense in the chord changes was B flat. And I jump back and forth between those on that. So, to set the tone here, basically, this is set in a bar. It's really late. And there's a guy who's just staring down at his drink. And he's not angry. And he's not tired. He's just kind of... Well, he's not angry. He's not sad. He's just tired. It's snowing in Helsinki. And raining hard on the Whaddya. And all the socialists are drinking. Bemoaning what's become of me. The trains are running slow in Cairo. Taxi stalled in Trafalgar Square. They all seek for my revival. Sad to say they won't find it there. Bridge. Impossible to fathom the depths of which I've sunken in. So I'll just fight on like my father. I'll just shake it on the chin. It's snowing in Helsinki. Raining hard on the Whaddya. And all the socialists are drinking. Bemoaning what's become of me. Nice little song. Melancholy fits snow in Helsinki like a plastic bag on an unmasked COVID idiot. And thank you, Kay, for the compliment. Warren Zevon is one of my favorite singer-songwriters. I have a few. I also like the fact that being a singer-songwriter for me means that I don't have to be particularly good at either of those two in order to be one. So that's kind of cool. But Warren Zevon always had this this relentless intellect behind his songs and an absolute joyous love of the absurd. And I like that. I like that a lot. So here I am, writing up the theme for this show. And I needed a song to close with. And the problem with finding a song to close with is I didn't have any songs to close with that ended in H. That started in H, I should say. It's been that kind of week. And consequently, I decided, well, what kind of song do I want? And it's like, well, Helsinki's got that kind of somewhat melancholy, but still kind of, you know, not having given up, but I'll do this, but I'll grumble about it the whole time attitude. And it made me realize that there was only one other song I could possibly do for the show to follow Helsinki properly and to close the show out at the same time. It's my show. It's my rules. I make them up. There's almost an opening to this. I'm broken-hearted with all this entails. It'll take some concentrated drinking to keep me on the rails. I have to hide my face, I have to hide my shame. I won't wait till I'm sober, till I get drunk again. I drink at home, I drink out, I drink in cocktail bars. Falling down, seeing stars, it suits me. It suits me. Falling apart in bars, I like to suffer for my art. Just one more before we part. My oh my, I can't compete. It's only heavy drinking that keeps me on my feet. Oh my, I can't complain. If it weren't for heavy drinking, we couldn't stand the pain. My, the days go by. I never can forget her. The goodness knows I've tried. Believe me, going astray in all the bars from here to Mandalay. They never close, we never pay. I don't like to think about how much I drink. It's a habit that's out of control. Oh, hope I never get dry before I get old. I can't compete. It's only heavy drinking that keeps me off my feet. Oh my, I can't complain. If it weren't for heavy drinking, we'd never play Sweet Jane. My, the days go by. I never can forget her, though goodness knows I've tried. Believe me, falling apart in bars, I like to suffer for my art. 4 months ago, this dang show got its start. I don't like to think about how much I drink. It's a habit that's out of control. Oh yeah, hope I don't get dry before I get. Hope I never get dry before I get. Hope I never get dry before I get old. Yes, and the show is in HD. At least in this case, highly drunk. Which is a funny song for a guy who is basically a spectacular lightweight when it comes to alcohol, but my addictive tendencies have found other outlets. That's That's why we have no gaming systems in the house, and why I don't play MMORPGs and stuff like that. I have actually lost now 30 pounds from before this started. Weird, innit? People say you can see it in my face. I kind of look at it and it's like, well, that's my face. But that's... We have come sliding in sideways, gracefully nudging the dock, just like Jack Sparrow. Poor Matthew lost his silly hat. You can tell her that it is in fact, I am in fact pretending to sing. And all you're hearing are duck noises. And let's just see how the kid feels about that. We have come sliding in sideways to very gracefully touch the dock just as the rest of the ship sinks into the harbor. And another Troubadork show, and I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me for yet another series of these goofy shows, which will continue until the numbers are such that I am confident to go back to the day job regularly. Cause this is the reason why group projects never went well for some of us. Anyway, let's do the thing. Yoink! First and foremost, the tip jar is over here at paypal.com/theadequate. If you happen to know somebody with disposable income and low standards, you can name them over here. Any money that goes into this tip jar goes to make the show better through the use of technology and ukulele strings and talent occasionally. And I actually just use some of that money to get what will be a actual strap knob that will go on this part of the ukulele, so I don't have to tie something to the head of the dang thing and dangle it like that. And that's just me ranting, but still. Our camera came from the tip jar and the Patreon stuff. The software to get the cords for burlap came from that thing. It's all. My goal is to have it be at least mildly self-supporting, or at least not to lose a lot of money on it. That's pretty much how I started my fair career as well. If you want to support Adequacy in our lifetime on a more long-term plan, you can go to patreon.com/theadequate or point your rich friends with no judgment that way. Basically, it's a commitment to say I'm going to drop $1 or more into the bucket every month, and in exchange for that, they get previews of songs when I have recorded them. They got the preview for the Dread Peasant Festus. They can... oh, good, I can start making you a chainmail ukulele strap now. Thanks, Kay! No, seriously, thank you. I'm continually bewildered when people want to be generous. We get previews of songs. There are buttons that are going out. There are ebooks of the Artisanal Gibberish book, Volume 1. There's going to be a Volume 2. I'm going to talk to Lorene about that pretty darn soon, see if we can get some traction on that. And the actual physical copy of Artisanal Gibberish has gone out to one of our Patreon patrons. All kinds of stuff, previews and nifty things like that. We try to do nice things for them because they're helping to support the show. You can go to patreon.com/theadequate as Rob and Alicia and Relly and BK and Kaylee and Richard and John and Brian and Lorene all did. That's Rob, Alicia, Relly, BK, Kaylee, Richard, John, Brian, and Lorene. 9! I have 9 Patreon patrons. For me, that's a lot. That's impressive. Okay, I feel good about that. And I also want to thank my five Twitch followers. They want me to get up to 50 followers, and then that's another one of those things to become an affiliate. I have no idea what that means. I think you get like a pony or a hat. It's called a hat or something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Speaking of which, there it is. You can find the archives of these shows at facebook.com and twitch.tv/Tobias the Adequate. They are in the Tobias the Adequate page on Facebook. The Twitch TV has 2 weeks worth of shows. YouTube.com/MPLEGARE is the Troubadork playlist, and you can catch up on all the shows. I have caught up everyone up to this one because I've discovered that YouTube actually saves these shows, and I didn't know that. I had to upload. I was manually uploading the darn things, and I was like, yeah, the stream shows, yeah, they're going to save those. Far out, just click, and we're done. I kind of like it because I'm lazy. That's why I do this show. Something like that. Carpe Diem Comics is, of course, the official emotional support comic shop of Troubadork Show, Tobias the Adequate, anything else that seems like a good idea at the time. You can find them physically in McKinney, Texas. Wear a mask, darn it. And you can find them online at carpediemcomicsonline.square.site. And do support your local craft stores, your local comic shops, your local gaming stores. your local hangouts, even if it's just to like pop in and throw $5 at them for a gift card or just a little tchotchke something, some dice. Anything you can do helps them keep those stores open for the day when we all finally come to our freaking senses and we can all go out and be out like normal human beings again. It could happen. I firmly believe it could happen. I really want it to happen. This is a lot of fun, but wow, I'd like to be able to go to a bookstore again. Oh, wow, I'd love to go to... Oh. If someone came in right at that point where I'm going, oh, that's going to be like the quickest, oh no, I'm the quickest noping the heck out of there at all possible. And I think that's actually something to look forward to. Let's be honest about this. I think that's it. This is 64 shows. Wow. 64 shows, 4 months. I'm actually jumped the gun a little bit on that because it's going to be next week. It's going to be the official 4-month anniversary. We'll continue to do this at roughly this time, and I want to say thank you to everybody who watches it live. I want to thank everybody who goes out and catches it on the archives, because I know 4:30 Central Time isn't the most opportune moment for a lot of y'all, and I appreciate that. Y'all have lives. You're in different time zones. 4:30 works for me because this is what I do in lieu of commuting home. See, that's why it's the Non-Commute Show. There's actually a reason for it. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me again. I have had a grand time. I hope you have a good rest of the week. Of course, I'll probably see almost all of y'all on social media, and if not, I'll see you when I do see you. You've all been spectacular. I have been Tobias the Adequate, and thank you once again for encouraging my behavior. I'll see you guys next week.